Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Timothy Carter.
Thanks for joining me on the podcast today. We're going to cover how do you know if you need an SEO agency for link building. If you own a business that depends on brand visibility, you obviously need a search engine optimization strategy. Through SEO, you'll be able to improve user experience, increase the visibility of your site for new and repeat customers, and ultimately, drive more traffic to your business. The fundamentals of SEO are actually quite simple, leading many entrepreneurs or webmasters to believe they can handle it completely in-house. Doing so can save, money on the short-term costs, but, it might also decrease the overall impact your campaign can have. Agencies, on the other hand, can be expensive or difficult to work with. So, how do you know if one is right for your situation? Well, the notion of keeping your own SEO in-house is appealing. Theoretically, you can get results while still keeping full control over your work and save money by not paying an agency. However, there's a significant problem with the idea of DIY SEO, available expertise. You can hire yourself an SEO expert who is, well-versed in what's necessary to gain momentum in an SEO campaign, but that doesn't always translate to, working efficiency or even ground-level experience. SEO involves many working parts, from the creation of original content, the following building elements of social media, the design and structuring of your site, and the posting of on-site links, just to name a few. Finding an individual who is an expert in all of those roles is extremely difficult, and hiring a full team with split roles is ridiculously expensive. By working with an agency, you actually can gain access to a full team of experts, who are truly experts in their respective fields. That expertise translates to more effective, meaningful work with a wider reach and fewer holdups. Narrowing, your scope of work to the talents of one expert, or worse, one person who only knows the fundamentals, could end up costing you far more money in lost time and inefficiencies. I get it. There are two main fears keeping people, from pursuing agencies. It's money and control. The money factor is simple. Agencies, are expensive. But, if you're already planning on paying the salary for one person, why not take that capital and invest in a full team of experts? Most agencies also, offer several tiers of plan options, so you can almost always find something that aligns with your budget or goals. And then obviously, the control factor, it's a bit more complicated. I get it. Some entrepreneurs prefer to keep their SEO development in-house simply to have more transparency into the process. Once the work is handed off, it becomes a mystery, and the agency starts directing the process. Though, you'll always have to abandon some level of control. Most agencies do fully report their efforts and the rationale behind them, and they're flexible enough to accommodate, most special requests. So, if you're weighing the options as you should, you may find yourself struggling to, objectively determine your need for an agency. Fortunately, there's a couple of surefire signs that you do need an agency if you want to gain momentum in your campaign. First one, you don't have or understand the right tools. What tool do you use to audit your backlink profile? What features of Google search, do you Google Search Console, do you use on a regular basis? If you don't know the answers to these questions, or if you don't really have an available list of tools to help you with your SEO campaign, it could be a sign that you honestly don't know what you're doing, and that's okay. You don't have to be an expert. Another one is you're overwhelmed with the number of tasks involved, and dear Lord, who isn't? Even on an agency side, managing an SEO campaign, it seems simple up front. Post lots of content and build good links. Yeah, true. But there's a seemingly infinite number of tasks that goes along with those core on-site and off-site strategies. The work can quickly pile up, especially if your SEO manager has other responsibilities. It might be too expensive to hire another person, or there might be too much work to do internally to delegate. But at some point, you may need to enlist the help of an agency to reduce the workload, especially if you're engaging in the process of building quality links back to your site. Another one, you aren't involved in multiple mediums. DIY SEO professionals sometimes get tunnel vision. They get stuck in using a set range of mediums like a blog and a Twitter account, and they keep rehashing the same old strategies. They may get results still, but nowhere near the results that a full-blown, multifaceted, diverse campaign could bring. Take a look at how many channels you use to operate and social push, and ask yourself, how many are you missing? Do you know? Another one, you aren't seeing the results you want. This is the simplest, but perhaps the most important sign that you need to enlist the help of an agency. If you've been going strong for a few months, adjusting your strategy and trying your best, but you still aren't seeing the results you wanted, perfect time for an SEO agency. They might be able to take you to the next level. At the very least, they can analyze your campaign, more eyes, the better, and figure out what's potentially going wrong with what you've been doing. Going with an agency isn't enough, though. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of SEO agencies out there, and each one of them is unique in terms of plan offerings, team composition, specialization, and even working relationships. So there are a few factors to consider when you start making your selection. Number one, specialty. Your needs are unique, and you need to find an agency that suits them perfectly. For example, if you have nobody in-house that can handle SEO tasks, you'll need the help of a full-service agency that can help you from start to finish. However, if you have an in-house writer that takes care of your content strategy, you might consider enlisting the help of an agency that has more specialty in off-site optimization. 2, price. Price is always, obviously, an important factor for business owners. If you have a strict budget, it's important to choose a plan that fits within those limitations. However, you also don't want to go too cheap with SEO, Some firms may offer an irrationally low price because they practice shoddy work that really could leave you with a penalty or, just deflated rankings. Find a middle ground that will net you a white hat expert, without breaking the bank. Number 3 would be the human element. Too often decision makers, neglect one of the most important qualities of their SEO firm, the relationship that characterizes it. When you work with an SEO firm, you should have at the very least an account manager or professional contact who truly cares about your business and is available to answer your questions, give you insights, and make you an integral part of the process. When vetting candidates for your SEO firm, take your impression of their people into consideration. A good personal relationship at the core of your professional relationship can make all the gears move more smoothly. Choosing to go with an SEO agency is not a decision to take lightly, but it is financially, viable and, highly efficient for most small to medium-sized businesses, and obviously large enterprises as well. If you're wondering what options are out there, or if you feel lost with your own internal SEO efforts, why not come on over to SEO.co and schedule a time to have a free consultation. We've been around for over a decade. We've been there, done that. We've got the tattoo and t-shirt, when it comes to helping people outright and outrank their competition. So come on over and, we can help you make the right decisions for your business. I appreciate your time. Hopefully you'll check out the next podcast episode. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.